Yoshi Valley is a cool concept. It also might actually have more drivable road than any course in the game, maybe even in the series. Too bad that doesn't mean much here. Originally hailing from the N64, Yoshi Valley might have been one of my favorite tracks growing up. I might have changed taste since then, or more likely, this version is less than its original counterpart. First off, just look at this map. This looks like it could be a part of a tour course. With so many twisting overlapping roads, first timers might think you're on 3 separate layouts each lap. And in theory you can be. The big draw of Yoshi Valley is that you can choose your own path to cross the finish line, choosing a unique direction to go on in something like 5 different spots, such variety to offer in a single map. Originally placed in the Special Cup due to the complexity and variety, it's reflected here in the Leaf Cup level difficulty, which is appropriately placed, mostly thanks to the change in Mario Kart 8's mechanics. In the original, if you fell off a cliff, Lakitu would wait until you hit the bottom before getting you, which, while funny, was horribly punishing and unfair. In Mario Kart 8, Lakitu wastes no time getting racers back into the swing of things. The entire course of Yoshi Valley is placed throughout a canyon where you drive along the dirt road over it in a beautiful sunset. Being from base 8 makes it look detailed enough, but truthfully, I never found the mostly brown track to do much for me. There are Yoshis of varying colors cheering you on, and similarly a large variety of rainbow-colored eggs plopped all over the map. It's a nice attempt, but still doesn't do enough for me visually. Oh, and there's one on the track. It's spinning around and trying to block the narrow bridge. Why? I don't know, that's just what giant eggs be doing. Actually, while we're here, I suppose I'll admit I did lie a little. Only the first half of the track is set up like a maze. The back half is just one path. After a certain point of options, you will always end here, which gives racers control on whether they want to take the more risky paths that are tighter with no railings, or opt to be safer and go for something wider, but longer, therefore taking more time. Heck, you could choose something in between. Go for a path that's not super dangerous, but also not as long. All of these choices with decisions to make while on the fly sound like one of the most ideal tracks based on how I've been ranking them, so why is it all the way down in C tier? Because the courses that give players choices are only good if they matter. No player, once they've raced this track, will take any path except this, with the exception of opting for a slightly slower, easier path that runs right beside it. This leaves over a third of the track unused. Did you know there are actually some caves you can drive through? Not that I would have known what they look like if I hadn't taken alternative routes just for footage. Look at that really cool cannon that you can go all the way up to the right side to take, just for it to shoot you directly to the end of the original 2 good paths, effectively undoing your hard work. It's like a course of ambition trying to offer so much variety, and perhaps if there was more of a random element to the paths, it might have worked better. In fact, it did. Another reason why this idea worked better than the original was that they made the faster paths more dangerous to incentivize racers to branch off, but more importantly, your placement was hidden until you passed the finish line, which could leave you wondering exactly how you were doing. I mean, there was still the mini-map, but it still helped to mess with the racers more. Although the first half misses the mark, the back half of the track is still pretty great. There's some sweet turns and solid paths for different types of carts, and the bottlenecking bridge makes for a great trapping point with some strategy, the bomb being a great ambush. And unlike how I mentioned in Warrior's Gold Mine, it's not just a blind spot, it's fairly flat roads. Or taking advantage of the giant egg's movement to surprise players. And the final bend really is wide open, offering players a chance to mushroom straight across the field for a mad shortcut. Maybe it's just me, but the fence and the tree where you can use the shroom and get ahead is just so perfectly placed too. If you don't pull off the shortcut just right, bumping these will shoot you back into the map in a nearly horizontal direction, making it a very risky move. That's an option I can get behind. Sadly, outside of the first couple times you race this track, Yoshi Valley really does squander a lot of potential. But what it does right is still fun and rewarding. I'm never unhappy to race it as a result, I just don't pick it as often. The obvious correct path is still fun to race after all. Next track is one that, like the Mario circuits, can have many faces. Drop a like to help the channel and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. See y'all then.